Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to a brand new series. We're going to play Jurassic World Evolution. Why? Because it's obviously a park sim game, a tycoon type game, and it's got dinosaurs, so it means lots and lots of chaos. So we'll go ahead and get straight into that. That's the kind of thing we do. Okay, so I'm going to start a new game. All full disclosure that I have played this a little bit to see the mechanics, and I'll try and gonna get us through some of this stuff a little bit quicker, but the game kind of in-game tutorial piece is probably gonna hold us back a little. So let's get started. Oh, it's quite funny though, the kind of narrative.
May I say welcome? My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5.
So Dr. Ian Malcolm tends to be our conscience. There's all kinds of other people in here.
Isla Matanceros.
Okay, so let's skip some of these cutscenes. They're not necessarily all the greatest, but let's get straight into it. So there's going to be a bit of help from these people, and that slows us down a little bit. But we'll try and get it done fairly quickly. Okay, so first things first, let's build this Hammond Creation Lab, and what that does is it is the place where you effectively hatch your new creatures basically. So we'll build one over here.
Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here.
Okay, so we'll keep building this up, and construction seems to happen fairly quickly.
You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid.
So we'll do that. It is connected to the power grid. Power grid works a little bit funny here.
Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to actually get started on a dinosaur. The only one we can actually, so we need a 50% viability, which is before we can actually hatch a dinosaur or incubate a dinosaur. Let me phrase it that way instead. So what we've got over here is we've got these little guys that we can immediately hatch. You can clearly see it's a herbivore. That guy over there is a carnivore, and so on and so on. So we'll work our way through. There's not that many carnivores. I see only a few of them. Bulk of these are herbivores, so we'll work our way through this as we go along. We can modify the genome, so let's have a quick look and see what that does. So basically, so if we looking at cosmetics, we can see about modifying the genome over here. If we look at lifespan, there's some kind of thing we can add. We can add this or not. So if we take it out. So if we go this, now the lifespan is 40 years, okay, viability is 66%. If we do this one, it's 46 years, and it's 65%, so we dropped viability a little bit, but the lifespan increased a little. And what we've applied here is cardio strength 1, basically, so that's basically what that means. So there's all kinds of things like that. So what I'll do is I will apply this gene, see if how that goes. Okay, so we've updated it a little bit. I've splashed the genes or something. So we'll incubate it. It's also up the price a little bit. So let's start our incubation process over here.
Of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
Okay, so that you can see is kind of, there's various characters in here that kind of have different agendas. Okay, so now we've got our first dinosaur incubated. And our next mission is to actually release it. So let's release it, and there'll be a short little cutscene in which we can see this. So I'll show you that.
Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations, and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique, and now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
Okay, so that's basically the kind of thing that we've got, and as we go along, these messages will get a little bit less and a little bit less, but we're obviously going to get something to do now.
Foundation has three main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Okay, so now this is this kind of game mechanic in here where we can do contracts for the various divisions of the company. And obviously their contracts are towards science and the entertainment value and the security stuff, and it's fairly straightforward that is what we do. So what I'm going to do is start with the science piece. So we'll get a science contract.
Dr. Dua, this is our new Director of Operations.
I'm aware, Cabot. I'm Dr. Dua. I run the science division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to build an expedition center and power it, and that is how we acquire more DNA to develop more dinosaurs. So let's accept that mission, and we'll...
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
So what I'll do is I'll pop this one in here somewhere. Try and get it in like that. Yeah, so that's fairly close to the center. We'll connect the pathways.
One more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Yep, okay, so we need to do contracts for all of these divisions, science, entertainment, and security, to make sure that we have a well-balanced park just in general. Okay, so what else do we see around here?
People think money makes the world go round, but they're wrong. Contracts make the world go round, my friend. Obligations and commitments.
Okay, so we've got
Complete
a...
the contract and your rep with the science division will increase.
Okay, so we've got a power station over here, we've got a research center, we've got a fossil center, and that is about it. And now we've got an expedition center. So there's some island management that has to happen. So if I click on that, I can show you. So we can check our island rating over here. Great safety, great capacity. What's going on?
I've got an interesting opportunity for you to consider. It will allow us to work together to create life. Pure life. If you've been listening to Dr. Malcolm, then you know how important this is to us. And to me.
Okay, so now this is our first real mission. It's not just a contract. It wants us to get a 50% genome for a triceratops, and I think we're at 44 right now, but we will grab that straight away. I'll quickly keep going through this. So this is our dinosaur rating, facility rating.
My kind of person. Inquisitive, driven, and I need
Lots and lots of messages to keep us busy. We can, at some certain points, we can unlock additional islands.
Together, we can create a more
Okay, in here we also have, okay, so these are the islands that we still need to kind of unlock. There is the expedition map, which we can now go and get some genome data from the other areas of the world. Once we've got the genome data in the form of fossils, we can come and extract DNA from them over here. And while we're at it, and since we want to get the Triceratops up to a good 50%, we'll extract DNA from that fossil. And yeah, we can probably extract from all the others as well. So we open up some slots. Okay, right there. Okay, and then the next thing we have is research over here, which, to be honest, there there's some stuff that needs to be done and not always, so it's not one of those things where you're constantly doing research like many other games. And then there's this InGen database where we can look at dinosaurs, the genes that we have, the locations we have available, any archives and things. I'm thinking this link probably links back to the movie and what happened and things like that, with the dig sites we have available, and paleontology, which I don't quite know what all of these do. But anyway, so now we are trying to get the Triceratops genome to 50%. And I believe we are not necessarily there yet. Okay, yeah, so otherwise that would have ended up. So we'll go and do an expedition towards where we can find some Triceratops stuff. So I think I'll send it over here, because for the same price I can get, well, actually you'll probably get better Triceratops genome stuff from here. So let's send the guys out.
Expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
Perfect. So things will get underway. We can see, oh, it's raining. Where's our little dinosaur? Hanging around where?
Your job is simple, really. Create dinosaurs which attract visitors to your facilities, brings in capital, money.
There it is.
Which means you can do more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life, development and resources, nature and commerce.
Perfect.
Simple.
Okay, now the one thing that I did in one of my tests is I started building new encampments and things straight away, and that saw me run out of money pretty damn quickly. So do contracts instead. So I'll come over here, I'll grab, and we'll see about requesting a new contract. Maybe this time we'll go with the security division.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the island.
So we need a carnival fossil, which is something we want to do.
Animals under control, while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
Okay, so we need to get a fossil for a carnival, which we will do. I also want to grab maybe a mission from, not a mission, a contract from the other guys, the entertainment guys, as soon as I can. Less than a minute until we can do the next request, so we'll wait a little bit for that to happen. At the moment there's not a lot going on. What we have over here is we've got the map. This is quite a good map view that shows you, I've got a dinosaur over there. It shows me where the power is at, it shows me my various buildings and vehicles if we have any. Okay, so get out of there. Then the next thing is the management view, which I also quite like. So we can look at power, we can look at storm protection, something we don't have. We can look at shelter, shows where guests need protection from emergency shelters. Okay, so there's a low need in this area. Probably, I don't know where high needs do come in. Then we've got some visibility pieces, so it's pretty bad at this point in time. We can be viewed by guests. Dinosaur availability is 0%, so they really can't see any dinosaurs. And that's obviously the financial piece, where upkeep and so on. Oh, that expedition has come back. There's some food and drink pieces. Some shopping, some fun, and some transport, which is obviously this thing over there. So that's this piece.
You should extract genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center. That will increase the amount of viable data you have to create dinosaurs.
Perfect. So that's what we do. So now we go back to the fossils. So from that expedition, these things came on out. Okay, so we've got this piece that is an amber, Triceratops amber, which is the little mosquito thing that you remember from the main movie. So we can extract DNA. It's got a good quality there, so we're going to get some good DNA from there. So this genome percentage will go up quite significantly. We'll also run this low quality one, just because we want to add to the genome. This thing is an amphibian fossil which we cannot extract DNA from, but we can indeed sell it. So we will do that, sell that piece, and this piece here, rhenium, I don't know what that is, but we will sell that anyway as well. So at least that covered the cost of the expedition. So let's quickly go back over here. We go and get the contracts. I want to request the contract from entertainment and see what they're up to. Build and connect power to an ACU center.
I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. It's rhetorical and painfully obvious.
We need to build it anyway, so we'll take the mission and build it at some point.
Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
Okay, so now I think the
The more buildings we have, the more chance to increase our revenue.
okay, so one of the things that
We are making great strides so far. I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous, and I have you to thank, at least in part, for where I find myself. Now we need to incubate, hatch, and house our dinosaur. Then we will know if our efforts will have been worth it.
perfect. So let's go and have a look. We've got a viable genome for the Triceratops. So let's have a quick look over here. It's at 61%. Actually, let me quickly go back to the fossil center and see if we are still busy. No, we worked through all of it. So that's pretty much where it's at. I want to send out the expedition to go and get a carnivore fossil. So let's see what kind of carnivores we have available. A Ceratosaurus. So we'll go over there and we will grab that piece. So send the expedition out. Okay, so we'll work on that. But in the meantime, let us incubate a Triceratops. Let's look at modifying the genome. And I believe we still have the same things available. Oh, actually, this time we've got an attack one available. Okay, so currently we have null gene here. We can use a tooth hardness gene. And what does that do? It increases the attack to 61. Whether we really need to do that, I don't think so. Actually, the dinosaur rating goes up a little bit if the attack is better. So let's do that. Let's apply that gene. Let's apply it. And let us incubate a Triceratops. That is quite pricey to do, so let's just hope that works. So we're incubating a Triceratops over here. Okay, and the other thing that, so I was going down this menu, so enclosures, so we've got the Hammond Creation Lab, we've got some fences, we've got gates, we've got herbivore feeders, ground and kind of tall herbivore stuff, we've got carnivore feeders, live bait feeders, I'm sure you can all remember that thing. Then we've got a viewing gallery and so on. So we need to start making money fairly soon, and in order to make money, I would imagine that we need to see we need to have better viewing angles and the like for people to actually see the dinosaurs. Well, I'm going to pop one in there so these guys can actually go and have a look at that. At the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously connect the path, and now I'll show you how the power works. Basically, we need to build a little substation over here. Potentially what I'll do is I'll build it right over there. So it's kind of overlapping with the other one just a little bit. So we try and get these little bubbles to be fairly close together, and then we just kind of connect it in like that. So now this is powered as soon as it is built, and so now we're going to probably see some visitors starting to come down here, have a look at the facility, have a look at the dinosaurs down here. Okay, so now we've got the Triceratops. It is ready to be released, so we'll release it and there will be a little bit of a cutscene. Here we go. A mighty beast. Good stuff.
Our new specimens, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations, but we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
Almost immediately we can see some visitors hanging out over here.
Bring this one to the bank, and we got you to thank for it.
Security mission. I'm not going to do it right now.
I've got a new assignment that
because I'm still busy with the other one. You can only have one mission at a time, so I'm still busy with the science mission, so I'll get back to this one a little bit later. So not right now, we'll get back to it. So as part of this mission, the next step is...
this contract. It's a good one for both of us.
Okay, extract new DNA in the fossil center to increase dinosaur genome to at least 50. Yeah, absolutely, we'll grab that too.
Every day more exciting than the last. That's my motto. So I'm looking forward to lots of new energy around here once you acquire that genome. Even if I don't know what that is.
Okay, so the next piece of our mission is to construct a herbivore feeder. So if I go to the enclosures, I'll grab the herbivore feeder, and what I'll do is I will plop it nicely in front of the viewing piece over here, so that people can nicely view the dinosaurs feeding from the feeder.
I've been monitoring what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little disappointed that Dr. Dua came to you for this assignment instead of bringing me into the loop as she should have done. I'll discuss this with her later.
Okay, so there's some more politics that we've got over here, but as part of this we've got some more kind of mission things that we need to do. We need to construct a ranger station, incubate and release a triceratops at 70% genome, and there is research item from the research center, the hookworm parasite. So there we go. We can see the triceratops nicely chewing on the herbivore feeder over here, and our guests can view that as it happens. Perfect. So let's see the new fossil that's come in. Let's quickly see about that. Yeah, so that's some Ceratosaurus fossils. So what we'll do is we will extract DNA from both of them. So then we can actually get one of those up and running. Not that I'm sure we're going to do that straight away. Don't want to go too quickly. I don't think we can do the carnivores in here without them eating like the little guys over here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is maybe get a ACU center, ranger station, all those kind of good things. So from an operations point of view, we've got the ranger station, we've got the ACU center, and this is kind of containment, and that is kind of welfare, I would imagine. Well, welfare is really what it is. So we've got lots of people, so we've got another viable genome over there, and that's meaning we're going to finish off that contract, makes a little bit of money.
Sure about this one, but you delivered.
So now let's see how we can fit this ranger station in, and where and how and the likes. Can we squeeze it in somewhere? Oh, yeah, I believe it'll fit here somewhere. There we go. So we'll squeeze it in there. Alternatively, we can put it down here, and we can have another little place over here for dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't know whether that's really gonna be. It feels a little bit small to me. So let's just pop this guy in there. So that's the ranger station. That's now part of our mission over here. The next thing I also want to start building is the ACU, as we've got a bit of a mission for that as well. We'll at least recover some of that funding. So we should be able to squeeze that in right next door. Something like that is probably a good call. So let's squeeze that in. It should have power over there too. Actually, no, this should have power as soon as it gets done. What we could do, however, is link up the path over there. Perfect. So that's the path linked. This path, I believe, will be linked immediately anyway. So we're building these two facilities. It's fairly pricey, but we're getting that up and running. People can come and view the dinosaurs and so on. So the next thing we need to do is the ranger station, incubate triceratops 70% genome, and do some research. So let's... Okay, so we're down on power. Luckily, our fences at this stage is not electrified just yet, so that's not an issue. But we probably need to look at how we are building another power station at some point. Oh, so that's not being powered because of that. But yes, so let's start by getting an extra power station up and running. And where shall we build this? This game feels a little bit...
Thanks for helping create entertainment.
A little bit weird in terms of getting things placed. So there's a lot of funniness happening in terms of placement and how you can place things and where and close together and up and down and terrain and all kinds of things that I find a little bit funny. So for some reason I can't build it over there. See, they want, I don't know how I'm gonna, so in terms of optimally using your space, it is a fairly difficult game in my opinion. It doesn't easily, you can't easily optimize your space usage or anything like that. So and we had it working in some places, but now it seems to be all obstructed again. So how on earth am I gonna build? Can I build another one over here somewhere? Maybe right next to the existing power facility, something like that. Can I squeeze it in outside the buildable area? That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, I need to squeeze it in somewhere, and this is the tough part. So if I can, oh, that works. Does that work though? Where does that raise things up a little bit too much? Well, let's squeeze it in there. That seems to work quite well. So we'll just connect that straight into there. Oops, incoming transmission. And the entertainment mission is coming up.
Hey, Isaac, how you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of, so I'm putting it out there. Come on and help the winning team.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that still. I still need to sort that out a little. So let's quickly hook up the path right over there, and so now we'll get some more power, and these things will start to work out a little bit more for us. Yes, so get the this guy, the expedition team, and let's go and get some more Triceratops stuff. So we'll go for this one. We'll get some other genome pieces in there too. So we'll go and grab that. Okay, so once this is built, that should run up, and then these things should start getting in. Oh, I can also start researching the hookworm thing. Not too intuitive as to where we can find it, but I think that's under medical treatment. So yes, over here we've got the hookworm parasite. Okay, so it's this anti-parasitic treatment for hookworm infestation adjusted for dinosaur digestive system. So we'll grab that, we'll get that going. It's going to be very quick for us to do that research. What we also have is some stuff for guests. So there's an emergency shelter, there's a hotel, there's a gift shop, there's a fast food and the likes. So what I'll do is I will grab a bit of a gift shop over here, and just so that because we are going to be very money focused. So we're going to be very focused on the financials. So let's put that one over there and we'll hook it up. Oh, we need some power over here also. So let's get the path to do its thing over there. And then we also need a bit of a substation over here somewhere. Oh, so it's kind of just out of range. So what I'll do is I'll get another substation, say somewhere over here. So we try and maximize our reach as much as possible, and then we'll put a bit of a cable over there and we'll hook those up. So now we've got a no power situation for what? We should be fine on power, to be honest. Okay, so people can come here, can do the viewing thing. So now we need to incubate a Triceratops at 70%. We're just waiting for the expedition team to come back, and then we'll start preparing the genome for us. But yeah, everything is starting to get up and running. We've got people hanging around over here. So if we go to the finances, we can see we're making about 18,000 per minute, which is not a lot if we're paying 200,000 per dinosaur that we're trying to incubate. So as you can see, we're running out of money, only about 760,000 left. So I'm hoping we can fairly quickly get to that 70% mark on the Triceratops, and we can get things done. So let's see the fossils that we've received. This is a high quality fossil for not what we're after, and this is a fairly low quality one for the Triceratops. I don't believe that'll get us to 70. So we'll start extracting the DNA over there. At least we've got 100,000 that we can sell over here, so that we've recovered the money that went into the into the expedition. But I believe we're going to have to get straight back out there and go and get some more Triceratops stuff. So we'll go back to this site over here, send out the team and get some more Triceratops stuff over there. As you can see, luckily the things are going a little bit better now in terms of all of these messages all the time. So let's get a new contract. I'm kind of interested in grabbing another science contract over here.
I know you're busy, but this opportunity
A
is
carnivore. Yeah, that's going to take us a little bit of time to get to that. We'll grab a new contract after that again. So a carnivore is up and running. We need to incubate one of those. But I'm also wanting us to grab, we just keep grabbing contracts because that keeps bringing in money. You should always be having tons of contracts from everybody. We've got lots of people hanging around, which is good. I like it. So the Rangers is this kind of team, and you can drive that around, and you can fly the helicopter around as a bit of a side piece of the game. But they're effectively used to take care of the dinosaurs and so on, or contain them if they get out for some reason, or if you want to move them between enclosures. So the other mistake I made in my kind of test game was I immediately built extra enclosures with Hammond centers or Hammond creation labs connected to them, and these are fairly pricey. That's like 500,000 right there. But then I kind of discovered the trick that you can just hatch all of them here, and what you do is, even if it's a carnivore, you just dart it immediately and move it over to your other facility. That'll work. Okay, let's go back in here and have a quick look at contracts again. We still need to wait a little bit until we can grab it. Oh, if we go here and we go to the dinosaurs, and we can see the dig sites and the likes. So we've found the Morrison formation. It gives you some indication. So I think this is basically the more education piece of here. So let's go in here. You can see these are the dinosaurs that we've got viable genomes for, and you can read a little bit about them. So let's go to the Triceratops. We'll see which era it is, the family, any of the others, things, how much it weighs, things like that. Okay. Still waiting on these guys to get back with a viable genome. Or here they come. The expedition team, and the graphics are quite good. Use the expedition center to unearth a carnivore fossil. I believe we've already done so, but we will probably do so again. So perfect. So there we go. And now what do we have over here? That's still that one. We get some better stuff. And here we can sell these two again. Beautiful. We've got some good value there. So let's run these two, and hopefully that'll, between the two of them, they will actually get us to 70. I'm really hoping that'll be the case. I also want to go in here and get another mission or contract for the entertainment team. So entertainment, grab me a little mission over there. Form a successful expedition to the Morrison formation. Well, we'll accept it. And the Morrison formation, I need to send out an expedition again. So let's have a quick look. Which one is the Morrison found form? Hell Creek, Lance, Morrison formation. So that'll actually cover a few things for us. So let's do that. That's both the security and the entertainment mission. So that will give us some money, and we need to keep that team busy. I would imagine that'll help us out a lot. That'll get this one. That'll be that expedition, and it'll give us a carnivore fossil. So let's have a quick look. If we go to the fossils, we're still working on that one, and that's not going to get us there. Yet again, we'll have to send out the expedition out to go and get some more Triceratops stuff for us. We'll leave that one in place for now, but we can't sell it for a lot. It's actually worth much more in the genome space for us. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put a cut in this episode, and I will continue in the next one, and then hopefully we'll get out and we'll start finishing off one of these missions, and we'll see about expanding the park further, getting a carnivore, all those kind of things, darting some animals, and so on. So, as this is a new season or series, or Let's Play series at least, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you did, of course. If not, consider hitting it anyway, or at least tell me in the comments what you felt about this series. Do you like it? Do you like the game? Well, you haven't seen much of it so far, but do you think it's a cool one? I kind of like the idea, but we'll see as we progress. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.